Hello there, you guys, and welcome back to the third little etude today in the Old Masters for Young Players series that we're doing. Today we're on the third little etude, which is called, I've practiced this, La Villageoise by Jean-Philippe Rameau, and that means the villager. So it's about a person, it's about the villager. And this has so much detail. That's why we took the last month and some change to go through some bowings, because there's lots of bowings for us to do in this one. So I've attached for you guys on Patreon a very detailed picture of all of the things to look out for. I've labeled them, I've given you where to play in the bow and all sorts of things. So just go back to the post and open the picture, and as we're going through it together in the video, just put in these markings. So we're going to divide this into two lessons. Today we're going to be, you see in the middle of my picture, there's like a really big bold slash. It's line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of in the middle-ish of line 5, right before the forte. That is going to be our section to work on this week. So let's go through. I'm going to play you this first, and then we'll go back and we'll kind of explain the details. So Allegro rusticano, mezzo forte energico. So we're going to encounter trills, simple staccato, firm staccato, and spiccato. So lots of things. Here's the first part here. So that's the first little part here. So open the picture, grab your music, and let's label all these things, or at least understand these things. So the first line, I've given you MB over the first measure, and MB means middle bow, so that we're going to start the mezzo forte energico in the middle of the bow. So, and there's no dots over those, so we want to connect the sound. And the next measure, I've circled TR, which is trill. So a trill is the note that's written, and then quickly going to the upper note. There's also some little grace notes in there, which all need to happen before beat 2. So that's kind of a little tricky moment there. Measure 3, I've circled that, and we're going to play that simple staccato, which is just move and stop. It's really important, as you remember in our staccato practice, that we stop, because we need to separate the sound. So we can only do that by stopping. So. Your bow stays on the string. And then I've put lines over the next notes in the last measure of that, because we don't want to play them. You want to play them. So the first line, middle of the bow. All right, let's go to the second line. So the second line, we're going to begin on a little grace note. So 4th finger's down and 3rd finger, and they're all in that simple staccato stroke. forget there's an F sharp there. And then over the rest, I've written prepare bow because we're going to be changing dynamics. So we want to try to do this piano at the tip of the bow, and we conveniently kind of end there. But make sure you don't get all the way to the tip on this note, because then we don't have any bow for this next part. So give yourself a little bit, maybe save that quarter. And FB is for fingerboard. So when I did this long drawn out F sharp, I'm making sure to kind of go to the fingerboard. So the coordinating that. Let's do line 3. So line 3, we're in piano still, so I'm going to be in the tip of the bow here. It's just like the beginning, but all piano. So hang out at the tip. I haven't written anything underneath this next measure that has the crescendo, because to do a crescendo, we just need to use more bow. That's an easy way to do a crescendo. So I used much more bow there. Firm staccato, you're going to separate the sound just like we do on the simple staccato. But the difference is it's on an up bow. So whenever you see that, it's usually on an up bow. So it's on the string, but just in the same direction. So. And now line 4, we've got our 2 legato slurs versus the firm staccato on the up bows. In the rest, we're going to move to the middle of the bow. And I didn't write this in, but you might notice when we do the first finger to the first finger, I'm not doing this. I have it on both strings. So you can bracket that. Just put a little bracket vertically next to those notes and write number 1 there. In fact, I'll do that. Let me just do that really quickly and I'll put that in the music for you. So just a second. See, we'll do it together. I'm going to bracket those vertically and then put a 1 there. There we go. So that's in your music now. Okay, so first finger's on both notes. In the slur, we have a dot over the last note. So I need to stop the bow, stop, so that I can re-articulate that last note. And then we go into, on a crescendo, at the end of this slur, you can come off and then return, off. So, off, return to the note, and then we're in spiccato, but it has to start from the string, so that's why I'm coming off, because it's a nice sound, and then I return to the string, off. Okay, so I'm going to play you those lines from the beginning, and we'll wrap it up for today, so see what you can remember. lots of things to practice. I would suggest that you just take one line every time that you practice. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential practice days. And then in the 5th day, actually, it would be kind of short, so you could kind of review everything on the 5th day if you can get 5 practice days in. So with that, you guys, happy practicing. Thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll see you next time where we tackle the second half. All right, lots of love.